Reading Rangers senior Michelle Davis is our guest tonight. Michelle, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, in the accomplishments, we barely have enough time to list them all, but she's a state champion in the 300 hurdles. She was third in the state last year in the 100-meter dash as a junior. And this year, what a season for Reading track. You guys have been unbelievable.
Yeah, it's been great. We're still undefeated right now, and we won the league and won regionals, so we're going strong.
So the Reading girls have yet to be beaten. They actually play their conference meet tonight, and if you finish third or better, you're the league champs.
Yep, I think so.
You have a good shot at that, I would say, right?
Yes.
Talk about a little bit about your coach. I've never actually spoken with Deb Price, the Reading track coach, but she was recently inducted into the Michigan Track Coaches Hall of Fame. She's been doing this for a while at a high level. Talk a little bit about Coach Price.
She's just amazing. She's a really great coach. Always knows where to put us for events to make us get first place, and always wants the best for her athletes, like switching me from the 400 dash to the 300 hurdles last year. And I didn't know if that would work out, and I was state champ, so it was great.
So as far as the training and the practices go during the week, how does she prepare you to get the best out of yourselves?
She doesn't really yell at us so much, but it's what we put in, and that's what we get out. And she knows what workouts to give us, not to make us too tired, but to also make us better. Like, she knows we need to get in shape. So.
Michelle Davis is the reigning 300 hurdle state champion. She's going to be running in 4 events this year at the state. We'll talk about all of them coming up. Reading Rangers have a chance, obviously, to do some damage at the state level as a team as well. And track's a cool sport because it is an individual thing. You're trying to get personal records all the time for yourself, but also the points work together for a team. Talk about the team dynamic of your track group this year.
Just the fact that we're so good this year and so deep. We have so many good people, just makes the track season that much more fun. Like, it's less individual and more as a team. So you're working as a team to get, like, we actually have a shot at the state meet. Lots of teams can't say that, and everyone's just working out really well, doing really well. Teresa's gone a long way in the long distance, and a lot of the freshmen have really stepped up.
I wanted to ask you about another kid on the team that I think you're really familiar with, and that's your sister, Jenny. She has been right there with you. Tremendous success for Jenny this year.
Oh, yeah, she's been a beast this year. She's going to go to state for the 100 and 200, and then whatever relays we decide to have her in. She's that runner we can just put anywhere, really, and whatever we need her in, we can just throw her in there, and she does a great job.
And she has a great role model in her sister, Michelle, who is a state champ in the 300 hurdles and will be trying to defend that championship and maybe pick up a couple more this year at the state meet. You talk a little bit about your team, and you mentioned the distance runner a minute ago. Who are a couple of the other names that have been huge this year for Reading girls track?
Well, it's hard. Everyone's been a great impact, but I know Teresa, and then our 32 relay, like Alyssa Kinney's gone above and beyond, and then a few freshmen, Caitlin Seeger in the sprints, and Caitlin Seals. I'm sure I'm forgetting people, but yeah.
Everybody working really well together. And you mentioned Coach Price saying to you last year, we're going to try you at the 300 hurdles. Obviously, you went on and won a state championship at that, so that was a great decision. What did you think about that at the beginning? Were you hesitant to try that?
Oh, yeah, I was really hesitant. I honestly was thinking, I wonder why she's having me do this. I could be a great 400 runner, and she's like, no, you can hurdle. So I started hurdling, and it really worked out.
You have a condition called scleroderma. Your index finger on your right hand was infected. I'll call it infected for lack of a better term, but you have a problem that's kind of bothered you this year. And there was a point during basketball season when you thought you might not be able to play basketball. We've talked about this before. How tough was it to get through that obstacle, and what have you kind of learned from that experience?
That was a really tough obstacle because basketball being my favorite sport, I thought I wasn't going to come back, and I did, and it was just great, and it's great to feel healthy right now. It makes me appreciate it more that I get to run and be healthy, and I know there's people who aren't healthy and that can't run, and that was almost me, so I have to be thankful.
She spent a lot of time at U of M, and it took a while for them to get on top of this, didn't it?
Yeah, it took a long time to get me on the right track, and then when we did, it was fine and it got better, but it was still a 6 week process to get me better.
Michelle Davis from Reading High School recently graduated as salutatorian. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What an honor. I mean, you and Brittany obviously won too. Brittany Marquardt, who's on the softball team. Michelle Davis, the salutatorian. People can't believe Reading's already graduated. You guys are all done. You're graduated. You're helping out today at the school a little bit in a track meet tonight. What was that experience of going through that ceremony like for you?
It was great. It was really emotional at some points. Mr. Hubbard was our guest speaker, and he was great, obviously. And I was really nervous when I gave my speech, but it went well, and it's crazy to be done.
Now you talk about a scholar athlete, class salutatorian, state champion in track, stand out in all of the sports that you do. Just that balance in your life has been important for you, hasn't it been?
Yeah, I'm just used to that busy life, and I like it, and I like to stay busy like that, and I think sports have taught me a lot.
And they're fun.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of fun. Let's talk a little bit about the state meet, which is coming up in a couple weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now. You are going to participate this year in 4 events, which seems like a lot. Now, there are different strategies. Some people say, I'm only going to focus on 1 or 2 and try to win those and not try to tire myself out by running all of them. You have qualified for 4 events. Tell us what events you qualified for and kind of what your thought process is going into the state meet.
I qualified for the 100 hurdles, the 400 dash, the 300 hurdles, and the mile relay. I'm going to do them all because, at this point, when you have a shot to win it as a team, you have to take it, and everyone just has to do everything they can. So, instead of focusing on one, you might have to take maybe a second place or even, I don't know, you have to think in the mindset of a team now. And, I've done it all throughout the entire season doing 4 events, so why should I stop now with that when I have the opportunity?
Where do you think is your best chance? 300 hurdles again? I mean, you look at the slate, you look at the list of events. Where's your best chance to get another state title?
Not the 300 hurdles this year, because of the 400 and that are back-to-back, so that'll be a tough race. Right now, maybe the 100 hurdles or the 400 dash is what I'm ranked first in, but anything can happen.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. Where's that state meet at?
Hudsonville.
And that's a couple weeks from now. Michelle Davis and the whole Reading team will be participating to try to attempt to win that state championship in track. And Reading is a school that's had some state championships. She won the baseball title a couple of years ago. Track powerhouse for a long, long time. We talked about Mrs. Price. And I know a lot of you even honored Mr. Crispillo again at the graduation this year. Mr. Hubbard talked about that and what a huge impact he still has on your school family.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, you are going to Toledo, right?
Yep.
And will you continue playing sports and maybe keeping the track career going at Toledo?
Yes, I'm planning to run track there.
And what do you want to study?
I think I'm going to start in pre-physical therapy.
And do they talk to you about what events you might do at track, or is that something you worry about once you get there and start working out?
Originally, I think they recruited me for the 400-meter hurdles because the 300s turned into the 400s.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That's what you need is 100 more meters, right?
It gets a lot worse. But, I don't know, I might be hoping to sneak into their mile relay if possible. Or I'm open to anything they want me to try.
Michelle Davis is the salutatorian at Reading Schools. She is the state champ in the 300-meter hurdles. She and her sister Jenny and her entire team, a lot of whom have qualified for state, will be attempting to win a state championship as a team in a couple of weeks. And here you are on your day off, and I appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight at your league meet, and then, of course, at the state meet in a couple of weeks.
Thank you so much.